And we are back once again with some interesting Sackboy Big Adventure costume mods. And today we're going to be looking at a couple of them. This one looks really nice, by the way, this Newton costume, but we got this Rayman costume, and I almost forgot to bring it up, but this mod is by Ditto, or Ditto Arts. As for these other two, this is Newton mod from LittleBigPlanet and this Marlon Random mod. These are once again made by SB, or SB Games, person who has made a lot of the past mods for Sackboy that I covered. And in addition to these, I also have another mod for Vex. It's actually a Vex model replacement, and I'll get into that near the end of the video. I think for now, though, we're just going to start things off with the Rayman mod, which is a pretty funny little guy.
A new customer! Welcome to Bog-Off's Emporium of Flotsam and Jetsam. Only the finest tat at fairly extortionate prices. So, what will it be? Bag of broken TV remotes? Rusty bathtub? Used toothbrush? Oh, you're here about Vex. That sticky-fingered pilfering mugger's been stirring trouble and taking my goods without paying. Now he wants to fleece the ocean of its tides. Tell you what, I'm gonna break all my own rules and don't tell anyone, but I like your face. So, here's a freebie. A taster, if you will. A swing-ma-jig. Yes. Now, off you go. Browse, shop, spend.
Alright, here it is. Here's the level with the knockoff LittleBigPlanet 2 grappling hook, or in this game I think it's called the claw string, I believe. But it functions fine enough. It's just, you know, with this game not being a physics-based platformer, it doesn't have like this same momentum, like, feel to it, you know what I mean? It's good though. It's a cool little power-up. It's just kind of like whatever. But Rayman! Okay, so Rayman, this is a little funny story with Rayman and LittleBigPlanet. Rayman was like one of the first modded costumes for Sackboy in LittleBigPlanet 3. And I had the pleasure of, you know, having that costume way earlier than people got it, because people have access to it now. But before, I was actually friends with a lot of the modders, and I still am. It's just like back then, I was given access to the Rayman mod for LittleBigPlanet 3. They gave me the costume in a pod, or in the moon, and I was able to use it. I just was not able to give it to anybody, because at the time, and I think still, mods in LittleBigPlanet 3, when you replace a costume, or when you mod in costumes of any kinds, usually tends to like corrupt your profile more easily. And it makes sense, because you're not supposed to do it. It's not supposed to be in the game, so it's definitely likely that modding in a costume would break your game somehow. So I had the pleasure of having the Rayman costume early. But at some point in time, that Rayman costume, which is the exact same Rayman costume I'm wearing right now, which I believe is the Rayman 2 3D model. I haven't played Rayman 2, so I wouldn't know for sure, but I believe this is Rayman 2 Rayman. For some reason, that Rayman costume was taken from my profile somehow through the level data of some of the screenshots I took, because I did take a couple of screenshots, and I guess some modders took the Rayman costume from me somehow. I don't know how any of that works. It sounds insane, but you know, maybe that's definitely possible. That's what I was told, though, is that the Rayman costume leaked because of me indirectly, which I think is kind of funny. As for Rayman himself, he does kind of have that body type similar to Sackboy, which is why I think it works so well for a Sackboy mod in both LittleBigPlanet and SABA. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really played the Rayman game. Well, I shouldn't say that. Rayman, what is it, Legends? Rayman Legends is actually one of my favorite 2D platformers of all time. But like this Rayman 2 Rayman, 3D platformer Rayman, I haven't really had much experience with, and I do want to play them one day. Those levels are a lot shorter than I remember, but let's just go into the second one with our new Newton costume from LBP3. And look at this guy. He does look extremely clean. I think by far this is probably one of the best mods I've seen for this game.
How did you like that swing-a-magic, Sackboy? Well, I'm such an altruist, I've got something else for you. The greatest opportunity in the history of salvaging. It's a large-scale operation. So, I'll need you to collect all the shiny, shiny treasures we come across. Think of the riches I'll make! But don't worry, there's something in it for you too. So, let's get the salvage party started!
I don't really know what it is about, like, LBP costumes translating so well, but it looks like these were just practically remade for the game. But if you don't know, I actually made a LittleBigPlanet character tier list that included Sackboy Big Adventure characters. So, if you haven't watched that already, you can see my opinions on characters like Newton, like this crab thing from Sackboy, because I did cover characters from every LBP game, including Sackboy Big Adventure. It's like, what, like 100 different characters ranked in a tier list? And I did that with a couple of buddies from the LBP community that wanted to help out with the video. So if you want to know my opinion on Newton, I'm not going to tell you here. You're going to have to find out. I'll probably put the video in like in the top right card or something, and I'll definitely put it in the description, but yeah, go watch it. It was a fun little video to make. What is that? I don't really remember. What the hell? It just disappeared. Great. To be honest, there's really not a whole lot of Sackboy mods left I can cover at the moment. There's a couple, but ones that are public, I can't really cover, as people aren't uploading as many mods as, you know, I thought people were going to mod. For games like Sonic Frontiers, which just came out, is going absolutely insane for mods and stuff. There's just so much stuff happening for that game, but that makes more sense because it's, you know, it's a more popular game on PC. Sackboy Big Adventure, on the other hand, is unfortunately not doing too well on PC. I think only 600 concurrent players was recorded. That's like the peak amount of players playing on Steam. That's kind of bad compared to like Uncharted, like even Uncharted, which did pretty badly, I think, on PC compared to Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War. This game in general was never going to do that well, to be honest with you, but I think a little more promotion from Sony would have made a lot of difference. Because, like, I don't know, 600 concurrent players compared to Spider-Man, which is like, I don't know, 60,000. I might be wrong in that number, but 60,000 concurrent players on launch day versus 600 is kind of a big, big difference. And I don't know what that means. You know? I don't know what that means for the future of this series. Is a Sackboy 2 going to happen after that? I don't know if that even decides it. If a Sackboy 2 was going to happen, I'm sure it would have already been in development by now. For other games that are coming to PC, I know people want LittleBigPlanet, right? They want LBP3 on Steam. But that's just not going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Sony is focused more on bringing over more modern games. And I think Returnal would be like one of the next games they brought over. So unfortunately, no official support for LBP3 on PC, but maybe Dreams, you know? Maybe Dreams will get some PC support in the future. It kind of needs it, in my opinion. I think that game would be great on PC. There we go.
Ah, nuts. A plot twist.
Marlon Random. Now, this is a mod that's pretty cool and all, but it's not the only mod I'm going to be taking a look at right now. We're going to go to the last level of World 3, and I'm going to show off this cool little Vex mod, which is the first Vex mod that I'm covering here on the channel. There will be more in the future, at least one more. I do have one more in mind. Now, I believe this is the second Vex level in the game. It might be? I believe it is. I think there's like one Vex boss fight every 2 worlds, and then there's the final one. But I think the second and third Vex boss fight are like very similar to the first one. I think it just has some extra phases, or maybe it's a little harder. I don't really know. But Marlon Random, just gonna say it, man. He's a cool dude. I was trying to zoom in on him, but you could see him down there. Yeah, but I don't believe these mods are public at the time making this video. Like the LBP3 costumes mods. So Newton and Marlon Random. The creator of this mod, or these mods, SB, tends to keep the mods private between me and him, usually. I just died. That's awesome. But sometimes they do release the mods. Like, for example, the Sonic mod, which everyone was hoping to get, was just released recently. So if you want to download the Sonic mod, you can now in the Dreamiverse Discord server, but there's a couple of mods he made and a couple of mods that other people made that are just not public and that you can't download. But I am showcasing them in videos, so at least there's that. As for other mods regarding like LBP characters, I think more of these would be really nice to see. Just creator curators in general. Like, we have the LBP3 ones here. There's a couple more you could add from LBP3, like Nana Pud, which Nana Pud is not even a creator curator, but just a character in the game. I think, is she a creator curator? I actually don't know. Oh my god, what is this? But just the LBP2 characters would be really cool to see, like Larry Da Vinci, Clive, Avalon, Victoria, Eve, Higginbottom. Any of those would be really nice to see in this game. I think like Yellowhead would be really cool to see, and maybe Paperboy from LBP2. But here we go. Here's the the Vex mod I wanted to show you guys.
Oh, I'm so glad you made it. Stealing all these tides is just no fun without an audience. There's no need for that. You and I, we have so much in common. You wanted change, adventure, and I gave them to you. So come on, let's join forces and rebuild Craft World together. I know it's what your sack pals would want. See? My topsy-turver's almost done. Soon, the uproar will be everywhere, bringing chaos, excitement, and fear. You can't stop it, so why not be part of it? What do you say? You will regret this. No one refuses me.
Yeah, so, that was the Waluigi Vex mod, and unfortunately it does not carry over into gameplay. I didn't think it was going to, but I had hopes. I had some hopes that it would. Yeah, but this is just going to be the same boss fight I fought in, I think, the first video I did, or maybe it was the second one. And, yeah, Waluigi honestly fits Vex's body type really well. He's just such a lanky man. And I think it just fits super well. There's a couple of other characters that could fit well, I think. But Waluigi is definitely one of them. Waluigi is just perfect, to be honest with you. And maybe they can mod it so that it is, like, it does show up in the boss fight itself, but I don't know. I don't know if they would do that, if SB Games would do that, or if anyone else would want to do that. Outside of Vex replacement mods, I know there's a couple of other things, like, mods that replace, what is it? His name is Zoom Zoom in the shop. I saw a mod that replaced him with Little Toggle from LBP3, but that mod isn't public. And I think I saw a mod that replaced Scarlet, but I might be wrong. I think I am wrong on that. I might just be imagining things, but I think this Vex fight is different a little bit. I think it's just harder than the previous one. It's just one more. Yeah.
Your worst nightmares are about to come true, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
I know how you feel, but you can still save them. There have been many knitted knights in Craft World's history, each one unwilling to give up no matter what the odds were. When their time's up, they ascend to the Imagisphere and watch over us, always. So remember, you're not doing this alone. Yes, and you've got me too. So where are you off to next? If it's stars he's after, there's no better place than the Interstellar Junction, where no sack person has gone before. No, wait, actually, I think I have gone there before.
So that was nice. But that's it, really. The Marlon Random mod, the Newton mod, and the Rayman mod, also the Waluigi Vex mod for the cutscene. That is it for this mod showcase video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will have one more of these in the next week or two. After that, I have no idea because there's not a lot of mods being made, unfortunately. But if more mods are made in the future, I definitely will cover them. If you enjoyed, feel free to like the video. If you're not subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.